All right, welcome back. And I hope you enjoyed as best as you can the last exercise. You might be feeling a little bit emotional right now, a little bit tight in your body. Make note of where you're feeling it in your body. Are you feeling it in your stomach? Is your jaw clenched? Is your heart beating? What is the physical response to the work that we've been doing? Because it's important to acknowledge that this is a physical reaction around money. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? So we're going to lighten that up now. We're going to do some emotional freedom techniques, some tapping. And tapping is really a process and a tool that you can use for really anything, whether it's stress around money, health issues, you've got a headache, you're nervous about something, and you're just feeling a little bit edgy. Well, what tapping does, it is very similar to acupuncture. So we're tapping and stimulating nerve endings, meridian endings. And what that does, it sends a calming signal to the part of our brain, a very ancient part of our brain called the amygdala. That's our fight or flight response. So we need that fight or flight response only because it keeps us out of danger. It tells us when something's not safe or when to fight or when to run. But nowadays in our modern society, that fight or flight response is on all the time. And there's a lot of perceived fears, perceived traumas and issues and things like that aren't life-threatening anymore. But because we're on overdrive all the time, we're working all the time, the news is at us all the time about fear-based, it's all fear-based. We live in a fear-based world. I think that's how it actually controls us, if you want to get into that sort of thing. But the fact of the matter is we need to find a way to calm the stress response, to let the body know that you're not in danger. Yeah, you're a little bit stressed out, but you're not in danger. And this tool is really good for calming the nervous system down. And over time, when you keep doing it, it actually takes the emotion, the emotional charge that's attached to the memory, that's attached to the topic, to the pain, to the illness, whatever it is that you're working on, and it fades away. And when you're in a calm position, as you know, when you're calm and level-headed, your brain fog leaves, you can take inspired action, creative flow starts happening, and you feel much more confident and lighter so that you can move forward in your business. So we're going to do some tapping. And there's several points we're going to tap on. And I'm not going to do setup. We can maybe do setup at another time. But what I'm going to do is just show you the points right now. And normally we start here on the inner eyebrow. And we just tap it. You can tap it both, or you can tap it with one or the other. It doesn't matter. Right? And we're just stimulating the nerve endings. We're tapping there. And then we move to the outer eye, right there. Tapping for a few minutes. And what you want to do before you start the tapping after you've done the exercises is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how emotional are you feeling? How charged up? Are you 10? Are you out of this world, stressed out and emotional? Just write it down and take note of it, because then after the tapping, you're going to check in again and see how you're feeling. That way we can track how calm we're getting. And we're doing right here under the eye, just on the tip of the cheekbone there. And then we're going to do under the nose. Again, either hand, doesn't matter. And we're just going to be voicing our emotions, our thoughts. I'm going to use a fairly generic script in this one. So here under the lip, and then the collarbone, right there, either side, both sides. And then we're going to do our monkey tap, the top of the head. And as we're tapping, I'll do the script, and you just repeat after me. If you want to throw your own words in there, feel free to throw your own words in there, how you're feeling. The more emotion you can put into the tapping when you're doing this, the calmer, the more release you'll get from it. So we always tap on the negative emotions. I know it sounds counterintuitive. Most people go, well, but I don't want to feel that emotions. Well, the truth of the matter is you are already feeling those negative emotions. You're already thinking those critical thoughts. So we're acknowledging them. We're bringing them up so that we can calm them down and have them dissolve. So we do a round of negative. We always acknowledge the negative in this particular exercise. Now, when you're doing affirmations, when you're focusing on what it is you want, I don't want you focusing on how you're feeling. I want you to turn those feelings around, but we'll talk about that maybe tomorrow. And then we're going to follow it up with a more positive one, because we always want to end our tapping session on something more empowering, more positive, right? You ready to start? Awesome. Okay. So you've checked in. Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10 around the exercises that you're doing? When you're bringing them up and you're thinking about them, note it down on your journal. And then we're going to start on the inner eye. And I'm just going to read this out, okay? So here we go. Take a nice deep breath in, feet planted on the floor. It's overwhelming. It's so overwhelming. Every part of my money, I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it. It's so heavy. All through my body. All through my body. I'm so ashamed. I know it's wrong. And it's so embarrassing. And it's so scary. All these feelings in my body, all the stress in my nervous system. Oh, it's so overwhelming. Is it any wonder I never spend any time dealing with my money? All this guilt, all the I should, I could, and I never do. All this guilt. God, I'm such a loser. Such a failure. A failure in money. I'm just going to honor that heavy feeling. Shame, shame, shame. It's stuck in my stomach. Just like a big pit. Oh, geez, what if it never changes? It's so awful and so scary. I feel so awful. All this shame. And I honor everything that I feel. I just honor it now. This is where I am. And that's okay. Because I'm learning, and this is a process. But what if it never changes? Failure, shameful, frustrating, oh my God. It's depressing, I'm never going to get it. I'm so disappointed in myself. I should be doing better. I should know better. And I know I should be making different choices. I should be able to figure this out. And I never do. Well, I maybe missed it. I never do. And I never get ahead. This feeling of failure, it's so heavy. I honor all of those dark feelings. I honor that I've been carrying them for a very long time. All these dark feelings. I beat myself up over the mistakes I've made. I don't feel like I deserve it. I feel so stupid. So embarrassing. If anyone saw what I had in my savings account, they would judge me. I would feel totally judged. Oh my God, and I judge myself. I am my worst critic. I beat myself up all the time. I judge myself so harshly. And I worry about what others will say. And I've been judging myself for years. And when I judge myself from this place, everything feels impossible and overwhelming. And I'm just going to honor that. I'm going to honor the feeling of shame, this self-punishment, this shame around money, about earning, about spending, shame that I don't earn enough. I honor every feeling I'm feeling in my body right now. And I'm open to light. I'm open to compassion, to healing. And the truth is, the things I've seen today, the work that I'm doing, shines a whole new light. I get it. Maybe it's time to let go of some of this shame, to let go of my long history of self-punishment. Maybe it's time. I know I can't move forward without it. And I really do want to move forward. Anxiety in my body about money. Deep programming, fear, anxiety about money. Anxiety wired into my nervous system. And the thoughts I think over and over. I totally honor them. I'm open to healing them for my highest good. And just take a nice deep breath in and just check in with yourself. How are you feeling now? On a scale of 1 to 10, whereas maybe you were a 10 before, are you a 7? Are you a 5? Maybe you're even ramped up even more now at a 10. If you're ramped up and you're still really high, replay this and tap through this again. Tap through your own thoughts. Tap through your own emotions. There's no right or wrong. Just use your words and tap until you bring that number down a little bit. Okay? You're doing a great job. And again, post your comments on the Facebook page. So now we're going to do a quick round of more positive tapping.